dois, action.
All right, so this was our maximizing connection and opportunity class.
Yes, extending it.
Right? So we talked about a few different concepts as far as followers initiating something and leaders making sure that you join the party and act like you led it. And then leaders putting the followers through something and followers learning how and when to get control back. Yes?
Good. So we start off with a nice, easy sugar push. We didn't change that.
Yeah.
We went right into a whip behind the back. Right? Leaders on count cinco. Right? Count cinco. You're going to decelerate, which means you're going to go a slow turn by brushing your arm by your pants and stepping out to the side for 5, pulling connection away. That kind of cuts it off. And if she continues to turn, then she just turns. It's not a big deal.
Followers, we're going to connect with our leader and use this opportunity to get his attention when we're right smack in front of him, release it when we're done, and find our anchor.
Good. From here we did another sugar push where we created a J hook, so we could do a hand change. Now we could just do sugar push, hand change.
But you wouldn't do that.
You're not do that, right? So we're going to do sugar push. We talked about the J hook being at the end of the J. 1 leaders, I brush for 2, create the J hook by stepping out to the side, catching the compression for 3, and sending her back for 4, then connecting and doing the hand change on the 5 and 6. From here we did a shoulder tuck. We did a tuck with a shoulder catch. I'm releasing this hand nice and softly on and. I'm using my rolling counts and 5 and 6. We had basic timing there. From here, leaders, I'm just stepping out for 7 and 8. Followers, Jessica's talked to you about for a minute. Leaders, so I just get to the 8 and I just freeze there.
So followers, right away when he connects to my shoulder on count 4, I know something is up. So I'm still placing the left foot behind on count 5, but then when the connection changes, I move slightly forward on count 6 to be sure that I can come towards connection. From here, I'm going to sink into this turn. I'm split weight, but I'm going to heavily weight on the right foot so that I can push myself open for 8. I'm going to leave myself open to kind of reestablish some control at the end of this pattern, and I'm going to milk it a little bit longer by stepping to the right side for 9, 10, keeping my body facing away from him. 9, 10. As I rotate my right shoulder to face him, I can reestablish connection. I can gather through count 1, follow through 2, 3, and a 4, and we're back into swing.
Good, and leaders, we talked about looking, right? When she's here, I'm not going to lead her from the shoulder because it would be really rude. So the minute I see Jessica flick her foot, I transfer my weight just because I can, right? I'm not going to stay there the entire time. When I feel the connection being asked again, I transfer the weight back just because I can, right? Then my 1 out of this is going to be very small, right? Un poquito, because if it's big, I'm going to rip out her shoulders. So 1. Then my 2 is basic, and then I finish my 3 and 4. And I want the leaders to kind of open up a little bit so you're not so squared up so you don't get stuck in your shoulders.
Yes, and
okay?
Obviously within both of those big patterns, there was a lot of room for musicality, which
yes.
at the end is exactly what you guys did. So make sure that you take whatever time you feel is appropriate on both sides.
Right, so you can take a 6 count, make it an 8, make it a 10, just really communicate with each other.
Yes?
Good?
Good
Obrigado.
job, guys. Really, really good.
Woo! Good job.